you clearly have done so much work on this. I'm excited about the container you're bringing to Austin because when you present the places you've gone to, we'll have people who in the audience who will be able, or in the membership, will be able to go places inside themselves. Maybe they wouldn't had you not all done your work. And to that mind, I wonder are there any questions or things that would be helpful for people to think about as they approach coming or as they consider whether they want to come?
We, at the risk of stepping on a line that we sometimes use at the outset of workshops in the past, I think people sometimes come to our workshop with the fantasy that they're going to repair the long-lasting trauma of their sibling relationships. And we're always disappointed to disabuse people of that idea. But I think coming with some curiosity about, how those sibling relationships have affected their sense of self and their ways of relating to other people, and the openness to perhaps see it in a new way, is something that I think would benefit people a lot.
Certainly, I mean, one of the things that's going to come up in our workshop is co-leadership, because it's not just the members of the groups that are siblings, but if you have a co-leadership relationship, then that's a sibling relationship. I'm thinking back to graduate school when I was co-leading a group with a woman, and we were supervised by somebody who had a lot of experience with group. And so we were siblings in the context of our supervisory relationship, and then we were acknowledging sibling relationships as they occurred in the group. And so it's sort of an interesting sort of leveling process. But I guess the thing that struck me is just how infrequently I think the idea of sibling relationships comes up in the context of sort of the theory and practice of group psychotherapy. Like, people, when they think about running groups, often think about parental relationships or romantic relationships, and don't as frequently think I mean, it never occurred to me before Yair brought the idea of this workshop to us, how little I thought about the nature of sibling relationships in the groups that I run. And I think one of the things that people have commented on after they've attended our workshops has been this sort of the same sense. Like, I didn't realize that this was not something that I thought very much about. There's not a lot of literature on sibling relationships. So I think maybe just becoming aware of this entire new layer of relationship in the context of groups. I think if people get that out of this experience, then I think that would be amazing.
I think it's also valuable to think about that. We talk a lot about the vertical transference, where it's thinking about the leader as the parent, and countertransference we may have may not only be in that vertical sense, but also horizontal. Like, yes, you have the horizontal transference among the members of the group and their sibling transferences, but there could also be sibling transference to us as leaders or towards members that we experience. And so one of the things that I like about having done this work that I think influences me as a therapist is trying to be mindful of all of that, and recognizing that a sibling transference could come up for me, not just for the members of the group.